one of the coolest things that happened to me that CE team got me involved in was the Boise Philharmonic. For the last 2 years, I've been able to um, join the CE team at the Philharmonic and at their concerts, conducting surveys, hanging codes. We helped out at their gala doing Teardown in 2016. And over the summer, I was approached by the board of the Philharmonic, and they asked me to serve on their board as a young professional. And to me, I didn't realize that a guy like me would have an impact like that or have that kind of influence to make organization as cool as a Philharmonic. Think that I would have something valuable to contribute. And as far as making my um, career ambitions or just even my self confidence grow, that was something that was really impactful for me this year. I look forward to helping out the Philharmonic and keep helping other people connect through the CE team with their passions.
I think a real highlight for me over the past year has been coming together for some really big volunteer events. So obviously the Sleep in Heavenly Peace, Tree Fort combination volunteer event was awesome, where we were able to, build bunk beds for 30 or 40, kids that didn't otherwise have a place to sleep on. And that was really meaningful to me, just thinking back on my childhood and, how I took so much for granted. And then to think about, these young kids that, were sleeping on the floors or, didn't know where they were going to get to sleep. And, to see the look on their faces as those beds were delivered, to hear from the organizers of that group about how every time it's like that was just amazing. Yeah, super cool.
The build that we did through the chamber to that point was the largest non-Christmas time build that we'd ever done. And it really it opened our eyes to the possibilities of this being much more than just a Christmas charity. And from then on, the biggest builds that we have done now, and that being one of them, are non-Christmas time builds. It was always hard to get that phone call in like March, April, May from a family that needed a bed and having to tell them we won't have any inventory until November or December. That was a heart-wrenching phone call to take, and both Luke and I have had to have those conversations. This year, after we did this chamber build, it immediately gave us inventory that we could have throughout the years.
BYP being the biggest, like Jordan said, the biggest outside of our Christmas norm build, again, really opened our eyes of what we can do.
We've been partnering with Boise Young Professionals for, it has to be over 5 years now, really prioritizing the kids that are the teens in our program. Every holiday season, there's families that have needs. And with the unique population that we serve, if you have to choose as a parent between paying your bills or making sure rent is done, is paid, and then it comes time to actually think about gifts and having the financial needs covered there with that, it is very hard to make all that match. Having this partnership and really targeting that group so that they can get the things they need is really appreciated.
It's increased the network of people that I know. So that's helped me both personally and professionally as well, but I would say more so professionally, especially when I was doing public accounting, and I volunteered at the St. Luke's Fit One run, and I got my very first client from St. Luke's at the runs. I think each and every event has their own really cool opportunities for you to experience something new, and so I personally love, that's a huge passion of mine, is to give back because I have the opportunity to do it, and I would encourage anybody that can to go out and do it.
For me, it was just a fun day out there because you've got a group of people that are anxious to get there. It's Saturday morning. All of us would rather be maybe having that extra cup of coffee. And it gets tougher to drag yourself and get yourself on a building site there after you've done a full week of whatever work it is that you do, including what we do. So it's a lot of fun to have a group that's out there that's enthusiastic and having a good time and can do a little bit of laughing and carrying on as well as getting the job done.
My initiation to BYP was really the Keep Your Forest Green project. I helped the chamber with coordinating the volunteer efforts of that project. And it was really, really neat to be a part of because not only was it cool to climb around on that dam that you drive by all the time when you go to the lake, but also the community that is really backing it and how passionate they are about it. And it was really a historical project. It hadn't been repainted since 1982, so we were not only bettering our community by being a part of this, but we were also taking a part in Idaho history, which I couldn't have thought of a more perfect project to get me involved in BYP and involved on the CE team. I met a lot of really great people who were also a part of the C team, and it just kind of hooked me in and made me want to stay involved, and I've taken on more projects since then, and I love being a part of it.